So now we're going to go over the second warm-up, and that is going out, following the rail, but then in each corner, can you put a circle in? So we just did, following the rail with Spider-Man. I've swapped out and I brought Ami here. She's a 5-year-old warm blood, and so she's a little bit more farther along than Spider-Man, and Spider-Man, just with the last exercise, that was enough for him. So again, just depending on where your horse is at, this can be the warm-up or it can be your actual work that you're doing with the horse. So with Ami here, this will be, good warm-up for her. So you're gonna go on out to the rail, and then at the corner, can you put a circle in? So with the circle, you're changing the straight, on the rail, the horse is going straight ahead. So there's kind of a straight line from their head to their tail, and now on the circle, you've got a arc. They're bending the amount, whatever size circle you're on, that's how much bend should be in their body. So that's what we're looking for here. And then I can do a circle, and then I can head off down to the next corner and do another circle. And I can ride the circle. At a walk, it's typically going to be a little smaller. At the trot, you can go a little bit bigger. So we're looking for our three things of being able to have forward rhythm, and then is the horse staying on the line of travel? So we went from a straight line to a circle. And then the third thing, is the horse bent on our line of travel? So if I head off down the rail, he should be, or she should be straight from her head to her tail, staying right along the rail, and that's nice. And then when I pick up the circle here in the corner, there should be a nice bend in her body from her head to her tail. The bend is however big or small your circle is, that's how much bend is going to be in the horse's body. Now you're going to do that through rotating your shoulders to the inside, or turning in and looking where you want your horse to go. And then can you use the reins to help the horse flex its head and neck, and you're going to use your seat and leg to help the horse stay on the line of travel. So if the horse falls in, I can shift my weight out to keep him out. If the horse falls out, if the horse wants to go that way, I'm going to shift my weight in, and then I can also add in a little inside or outside leg depending on which way they're going. So if my horse is falling out, I can shift my weight in, come on with some outside leg. If they're falling in, I can shift my weight out and come on with a little inside leg. So that's how I'm going to help her to stay on the circle. Now what I find is the circle is more challenging for the human than it is for the horse. And what I mean by that is for us, it's hard to see the circle. So once you get to the corner here, you're going to pick up your circle. Now there's a couple ways you can think about riding the circle. One way is you can find your center point, and if you need to, you could drop a cone down there or a marker to say, oh, there's the center of my circle, and now I'm just going to ride around that center point, and you're going to stay the same distance from that point. The other way is think of picking 4 points on the outside of the circle, and I'll stop at 1 point here. So I can pick, let's say, this fence post here as 1 point, and then H over there would be a second point, and then I can go straight across from this point all the way across to the other side of my circle is the third point, and then the fourth point would be straight across from H out towards the center line, out there. And if you need to, you could put cones out there to mark that, and that'll help you. So what I can do is I can ride from this point to H, and then I can ride out here to my next point, and then I look off to my next point out there. So every quarter of the way around the circle, I see a point out there, and I'm going to ride to that. And that can help you. And so once you get to it, so I'm coming towards H, once I get to it, then I can focus on to my next point out here. And that can help you on your circle. So the better you can see the circle here, the easier it is to keep your horse on the circle. So she's doing well with that. Going around, I can see my circle here, and now I'm actually going to just change direction. So I can ride my circle, and then I can go off the other way, and we'll do the same thing the other direction. So we're riding along. I've got a circle here in the corner, so I can look out, find my 4 points, and ride to the next point, creating some bend in the horse's body, focusing or rotating yourself slightly in and then looking to where you want your horse to go. And then once the horse does well, you can ride this circle as many times as you need until you feel like you're getting it pretty well. Then I can head down the rail and go off to the next corner and do the same thing. So she's doing pretty well with this. We've done a fair bit of this with her, so I don't have to spend a long time doing it. 1 or 2 or 3 of these. If I consistently can go from one corner to the next corner and she just picks it up and she's right there, it means we're ready to go on. We can move on into the next thing. So I'm going to just pick up a trot now and do the same thing. So I come to the corner, turn, find my 4 points, and keep riding to the next point on my circle. I'm going to do another circle there because she kind of stalled out. We lost a little rhythm right through here, so I'm going to help her. Something to keep in mind is on your circles, like if I stayed on this circle here and did a few laps, my horse is going to develop a pattern. She's going to fall in. She falls in right here, so I can be aware of that and help her before it happens. And they might speed up going down the rail. She's not, but they might. And here, yeah, I helped her. So that was pretty good. And now I can head on down the rail. Now, why this exercise is such a good exercise as a warm-up, not only are you getting a great rhythm, but you're helping their balance because you're going from a straight line to an arc or a circle off to a straight line. And the horse has to learn to keep its balance on both of those lines of travel. So she wants to kind of fall in on this circle. So I help her up by shifting my weight out a little, coming on with a little inside leg, but I keep her bent onto the circle. And that was pretty good, so now I can head off to the next corner and go around. Lost a little rhythm there, so I helped her just by touching a little with the inside calf, encouraging her to go. she responded. If she wouldn't have, I could have tapped with a little whip. And there, a little interruption. So I'm just staying here until this is all really nice. Yeah. See, and she's starting to release and let go, and then I can head on down the rail to the next corner. Turn my body, focus, find my points. Yeah, that was pretty nice. So actually I'm just going to go on around and we'll go back the other way. And then I'm cataloging all of this information. Is she better going one way than the other way? So I rotate, look into my circle, keeping the same rhythm going. Just falling out a little there so I can shift my weight in, catch the outside shoulder with the outside rein a little bit. And again, she kind of falls out right as I come down the center line, or to the center line. So I'll help her before that here. There. So I knew that she was going to go out there, so I helped her before we got there. And head on down to the next corner. So we go from a straight line, now we pick up our circle. Just falling in a little bit there. So I can shift my weight up, just falling out a little there. Falling in a little here, so I shift my weight out, a little inside leg. She's going to fall out here, so I help her by shifting my weight in. She's going to fall in here, so I shift my weight out. There. And that's how I can start to help her before it happens, because I know what she's going to do. Yeah. And that's pretty nice. Actually, let me show you one little thing here too, is once they get pretty well with that, and I'm kind of holding them up, don't forget to allow your horse to kind of lengthen out periodically too. So can I just pick up the circle here and allow her to stretch and go down. It's another thing you can add in. So I can pick her up, let's say I'll shorten the reins up here and be a little more precise about the circle. And she kind of slowed down, so I'm going to stay on that till she can get soft in my hand and keep a nice rhythm, and that's good. And then I'm going to head down the rail, and now at the next corner I'm going to allow her to lengthen and just stretch her top line out. So here I pick up the circle. You're not going to be as precise with your circle, but it allows them to lengthen. And you can do it on the straightaway or on the circle. The beginning, it's going to be easier on the straightaway to get that. And so if you have a longer rail, like if we were using the whole arena here, I can go the whole distance along this rail, and I might just let her lengthen and stretch out, kind of relax into it, and then when I get to the next corner, pick her up, or just before I get to the corner, pick her up and do the circle. So there's variations within that of how you can do, but it's just a great place, great thing to do to warm the horse up, get them ready for, you know, more work, or the green horses, that may be your workout for the day. So if your horse is ready, you can do this at the canter too. If not, just do the walk and trot. So I'm going to come to the corner. I'm going to get a nice trot circle here going, and then as I come to the rail, I'm going to pick up the canter. And now I'm just going to ride. Usually with the canter, I'm going to do the diagonal corners. Every corner with the narrow arena like this is just too much. And I'm going to use or make the circles much bigger. So see how I'm almost just doing half of the arena here. And that's about as small as she can handle right now. But that's, yep. And so there she went and switched leads. So I'll just bring her back to a trot and set her up again. So I'll get a nice trot circle going. And then I'll ask for a canter. So as I come to the rail, ask for a canter, and head on down. And I may just start my circle here on the center line and come around. Just looking for a nice rhythm and a circle. She wants to fall out, so I just helping her. Shift my weight in a little there, that's better. Nice, now I'll just head off down around the rail to this end, and that's C. I'll start my circle. So instead of the corners at the canter here right now, is I'm picking the center line. Yeah. And I'll soften back down, come back to a trot, and that was pretty good. And then on the canter depart, go check out a few of my other videos. I show you the actual cues of setting up how to shift your weight out and back, bring your outside leg back, come on with your inside leg and say let's canter. So right now we're just saying, okay, canter, can you stay on the circle, canter around till it, they're doing pretty well, go from one end to the other end. So what I'm doing, and eventually as she gets better, I'll be able to make the circle smaller, and I might do a circle here in this corner and then do the diagonal corner there. And eventually I should be able to do a 10-meter circle in each corner here. But that'll take a little bit of time. So we'll go do the other lead here now. So I'm going to go off, get a nice trot first. And so maybe you only get to canter a little bit, and then you have to come back and get your trot going well again. That is fine. So I'm going to do one more circle around here. As I come to the rail, I'm going to ask for the canter. So I shift my weight out and back, outside leg back, touch with my inside calf. Oh, wrong lead. So now I'll just set up. It was a little late. Now it's my fault. So we'll do another circle here. Coming around right as I come to the rail. So my outside leg comes back. I shift my weight back, inside leg, and canter. And she didn't take it. So next time I'm going to add the crop in. So I get my circle back, get a nice trot going. This is why these exercises are so important, to get the lower thing better. So the trot would be a lower thing, and you're getting it really good. So she's kind of anticipating. So I'm saying, no, wait. weight on me. And I'll do one more. Shift my weight out and back, and there. And I touched her with the whip right as I touched her with my inside calf to say, come on, let's go. See, and I may just have to spend more time following the rail with her before I do my circles. So I'll do that. And at C, I'll pick up my circle. Up. She broke 8. I'm not going to make a big deal out of it. I want to just set her back up again, because if I would just push her right back into it, she's going to kind of take off out of balance. So I'll do another circle here. As I come to the rail, she's pretty good. And there. Follow the rail at C. I will pick up a circle. It's a nice big circle yet. At this stage, that's what she needs. Yeah. And then I can go off down the rail. And I'll pick up a circle here. Yeah. And soften back down. Give that to her. So that's pretty nice there. Now, you know, the walk trot's kind of a warm up for her, and the canter here is more of her work. So this here would be, is I would give her a little break here, and then we could go back and do each lead again. And I might do that one more time, I might do that 2 more times. And that would be her workout for the day. So again, depending on where you are at with your horse, you know, this is a warm-up or it's the actual workout that you're working with your horse. To recap on the first 2 is being able to go on out, follow the rail. And then it's being able to follow the rail and start doing some circles in the corners. And in the next video, I'll show you the 3rd one, and that's doing a figure 8. So we'll see you there.